Hello, everyone. I'm grandmother Jonette, and I'm in New Hampshire on the banks of the Bear Camp River. Twice a year, I come here to work with the grandmothers in a medicine hoop of life. So the medicine hoop of life, it was yesterday. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that and what we're seeing, what the grandmothers are seeing. And so this is my June consciousness update. And please share this with other people as it seems valuable for you. So the energies, this is Sunday, and late last night Eastern time was the exact moment of the full moon. So we're in the energies of the strawberry full moon. And I love that. It's the strawberries are harvested first, and then it brings harvests all along until late October. So it's really a time, it's springtime, but there's still harvesting. And this is also a time this month, astrologers tell me that Venus is expanding. And yesterday, grandmother in the ceremony reminded us that our first altar is our heart, and Venus is about love. And I guess the mantra we need to remember when we're living from the altar of our heart, especially when things are expanding, which they are this month energetically, so much is expanding. Be kind. Be kind. Is that thought like, why did I do that? Why do I always do that? Is that thought kind to you? And the thoughts you have about everyone else, people who believe differently. Be kind, be kind. And that will keep the altar of your heart clear for the possibilities, the immense possibilities that are being born now. So I did an event the other day on Thursday, my trilogy. I do activation trilogies, and that one was an upgrade of abundance. So there's the energies of using these upgrades that are coming. So in this, I was guided to suggest, we did it on June 1st, but it doesn't matter if you start today, to do a 21-day soul body fusion challenge. And many of you who know my work know that I've written a book that's in 13 languages called Soul Body Fusion. It's a very simple technique. And now, as things are expanding quickly, we need all of our divinity, all of our high frequencies embodied in a new way every day. You may think, oh yeah, I'm embodied, but my connection with my soul and body changed significantly yesterday. So what I suggest is do a soul body fusion 21-day challenge starting today. If you haven't started, take 10 to 20 minutes every day doing soul body fusion. And I put something up on YouTube, on my website. I have me doing videos. Do it with me a couple times, and then you get the picture. It's holding the intention to have all your magnificent high frequencies embodied. But what I suggest is for this 21-day challenge is to take these first 7 days, and the goal, the focus, the intention is to release, get rid of, drop, heal, anything that you're carrying from the past. So these first 7 days is dropping the past. I'm reminded how important that is. 10 days ago, I was in Bali with my group on a spiritual adventure tour, and we were in the most beautiful water temple. It was like paradise times 100, and all these goddess statues and people putting offerings and water coming down and waterfalls, and you're standing there. And I said to myself, oh, I hope I can remember this forever. And immediately the voice of my wisdom, which I don't always like, says, no. Ask to forget everything up until this moment. Forget everything up until this moment. That was pretty drastic. So in these first 7 days of your soul body fusion challenge, focus on letting go of everything. Because the more of you that's in the present, the more we will capitalize with this creativity, this opening up. And if we're burdened by so much from the past, the movement's going to be hard because we've got so much stuff to carry. So first 7 days, letting go. Middle 7 days of your challenge, be in the present. Silence, the still point. Focus on silence now, not what do I need to do? What am I asking for? What do I need to heal? Now, silence. It's really the most important part. Then the third 7 days, that if you started on June 1st, would end on the solstice, June 21st. The last 7 days, the third period, would like you to focus on your intentions for the future, for your life, for the world, for Mother Earth, and soft, big intentions, not, oh, I need this kind of car. Soft, big intentions. And just do your soul body fusion with the idea of being future focused. So that's what I want to invite you to as we build up to the solstice on the 21st. So I want to share a little bit about yesterday's medicine hoop of life. It was a small group because grandmother's still suffering from her very serious bout with COVID. But we had 4 grandmothers there in the circle. And one thing that grandmother said is once we do make the circle, she puts 4 colors of gravel. She puts it in a circle for the 4 directions. And then she reads how the gravel lays, what it tells her. And she watches the sacred fire to see what the coals tell her. And a few of the things she said, one, she says, well, the universe is open. And that's what I'm going to talk about in a little bit, how quickly the universe, the cosmos, the high energies are opening. So she confirmed it's open. And she also pointed out it's coming with some tests and some challenges. I'd like to be Pollyanna and always think we can do everything the easy way. And I'm still going to keep that belief, but I'm also aware of the challenges. She said, her guidance says there would be 5 waves of COVID, and we finished the 4th one. So she feels there's another one coming out of China. So don't throw away those masks yet. Let's not get too complacent, and hopefully it won't. But that's what she said. And she also warned about food insecurities for so much of the world. And we're, certainly seeing that in Africa. So really be prayerful for food and abundance, not just for you and your family, but the world. Because I truly believe that as we work with these high levels of consciousness, we can change predictions, we can change timelines. And that's what I stand for. So in this medicine wheel, I hold the Western Gate. The Western Gate is about the nighttime. The Western Gate is about the dreamers. It's also where the bear is. So my medicine piece here has the bear. The bear is the keeper of the Western Gate, according to grandmother's medicine wheel. And the bear, according to traditions, is the animal that brought all medicine to humans. The bear taught the people what to eat, what was healing, what would be helpful. So I have the yellow bear, which means the bear of love. Yellow is the ray of love. So dreamers, we're opening that gate, the Western Gate, dreamers, for the medicine to come in, for more knowledge to come in. So that's just kind of the stage I'd like to set for you all. And now I'm going to talk a little bit, I've been, since we last talked, I've had these 10 days in Bali where we were working with the energies of the Ring of Fire. And I wanted to share what happened. And then I'm going to get to the 12th dimension because so much, this is going to be a longer update than normal. We've got a lot to update. the most important spiritual job we did in Bali in this ring of fire was to work at the Mother Temple, which is on the highest volcano, and it's been holy from prehistoric times, way before the Hindus. And seers have said that this is where the dragon lines cross, the two major dragon lines of the earth, the masculine dragon line and the feminine dragon line. And everything about the temple is dragons on each side of the gates, and then golden doors. So we meditated, and it was a holiday. It was a special day for the Hindus, so they were all dressed up doing their offerings along with us, and we did them in our special way. And I could see that the ley lines, the dragon lines that are in the earth, and they cross at this Mother Temple, Visakha Temple, but it's like they crossed and something ignited, and it went not just linear. It's not like the healing of polarity. It's where polarity becomes 360 degrees. It blasts open. That's what I saw and felt. So we're in a time of polarity blasting open. It's not happened before. We don't know what this brings, but I'm certain it's going to bring open timelines where we don't have to always heal the past, that we can jump from one line to some cosmic creation, that this really is a time of cosmic creation. So those are the energies that underlie our update that we did last week, the abundance upgrade, because everything's opening into abundance. So while we were in Bali, besides doing the Ring of Fire transformation, working with the dragon lines, we were also working with the idea of the 12th dimension. My guide, Mark, who I've been channeling since '89, probably 5 years into channeling, so in the early '90s, he started taking us through dimensions. And he said, I'm going to begin building these steps so that humanity can once again get to these places of transcendence. And sometimes we would be in a dimension. He would spend 2 years in the 7th dimension. Actually, the 6th dimension, I thought that was as high as you could ever get. It was like God and holiness. And we just finished the 11th dimension. And now we are beginning the 12th dimension. I want to talk about it, and also to let you know that on June 12th, we're going to do a free live stream where I'm going to go over what are these 11 dimensions, so that you can join us in the Mark classes that are every Monday. And you don't need a background. You don't need to understand. You don't have to have gone up all the stairs, because we went there for you. You just fly in and meet us here at the 12th dimension. So on my website, there's information about the special live stream called Bridge to the 12th Dimension. And that's going to be on June 12th. So you can remember that at 12 noon, Denver time. And we're also offering this Dancing Through Dimensions, which is a 1-day video course that I used to charge for. We're giving it out free so that people can watch it and really have experiences of what those first 11 dimensions are. So we're opening everything so that people can join us now at the 12th dimension. Why? Because the 12th dimension is the dimension of completion. Like when you get around the clock and you get to 12, you start over. But you start over on a new day. You start over with something brand new. So at this period, and Mark may be in the 12th dimension for 3 or 5 years, I don't know. It's uncharted territory for us humans. It's actually uncharted territory for the masters as well. Mark had said that even the masters don't really know where we're going because they got their mastery in a different world, in a different set of circumstances. So in this completion, 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 months of the year, when 12 is completed, the 13th is like this explosion. It's where the 12 become one. And that's where we're moving to, where the 12 become one. In an interesting channeling in Bali, and it's such a spiritual place that a lot happens that you don't even know. And we're in our little circle, 12 of us in our medicine wheel. And I know I'm going to channel something very high. I don't know who's going to speak, but I go into a very high place. And what came through are the star mothers. These are the beings who gave birth to all the elders, all the masters, to us from the stars. And they channeled something extraordinary. And they basically said that they mentioned the 12 tribes of Israel. We often talk about 12 tribes, not just of Israel, but 12 tribes. And they said that the earth was originally seeded by 12 tribes, the whole earth. And 8 of the tribes remain on the surface of the earth, that 2 of the tribes left. And of course, we ask, like, okay, where'd they go? Where'd they go? And the star mothers didn't say that at first, but we came back and asked questions. And we said, where did the 2 tribes that left? They said 1 tribe went to Mars and 1 tribe went to Venus. And they also said that 2 of the tribes went into the inner earth, where they hold a much higher frequency than we do on the surface. But in this time of completion is the time where these 12 tribes, the inner earth beings, the 8 tribes on the surface, Mars and Venus, we're completing something. There's going to be a reunification, not necessarily that spaceships will come, but really a consciousness reunification that's going to make everything quicken. So that's why in this Soul Body Fusion 21-day challenge, that first 7 days of letting go is so important, because everything is spinning more quickly. The other thing I so clearly saw is it took a few days. I was still in Bali, but it was after our medicine wheel, and I could feel a different Merkabah, a different spinning vehicle of light is what a Merkabah is. And it was different than I had seen before. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, it feels like I'm in the center of the Kabbalah spinning around, because I could see the points. And I looked up Kabbalah and it didn't have the points where I saw them. I go, no, it's not a spinning Kabbalah. And then it came to me, and it helps explain the 12th dimension. So in my beautiful art, I have 12, I'm going to move my notes. I have 2 stars. So 2 6-pointed stars coming together. So this is, say, the 6-pointed star of heaven. This is the 6-pointed star of earth. And they've been coming together, and where they've been intersecting as a picture, this is not truth. It's just a metaphor. Where they've been intersecting has been what we've called the 11th dimension, which is Shambhala consciousness. But after I felt this really rapidly spinning Merkabah, I asked for a vision to explain what it was. And what I saw is, as these 2 stars come together and the lower star moves up and integrates with the higher star, its top point comes in the center, becomes the heart of this star, and this lower point becomes the heart of this star. So again, in my fine way, I drew it. And when I drew it, I saw that, okay, the 2 hearts are here, and they weren't here before in the star. And the base of the top triangle and the base of this triangle are the same, are sharing the place. So if you can imagine spinning on this axis with these 6 other lines spinning around, that's the Merkabah that I felt. So I'm just drawing this in case you get in a very high place and you find that you're entering really a vehicle of transcendence. And it may look like that. I'd like to hear if it's different, because all of this, the work that we're going to do in the 12th dimension, and that course is starting on June 26th. And I know I was going to start on June 12th, but we need to do this bridge into the 12th dimensions so that more people can join the energies now. The field needs to be bigger. So if you know people who are at least open to spirituality, see if they're ready to join the 12th dimension and have them watch the free video so they know what we're doing. But pay attention to see if you feel a lot of clearing, a lot of movement, that your entire light body, which we've worked to solidify in so many ways, you've worked to clear and solidify your light body, that it's now the vehicle we've been preparing for. And it will take on this spin, this vortex, and help create heaven on earth in a way that we could only dream about. And it's not going to be easy, but it's our next step in ascension, transcendence, what do you want to call it? So the 12th dimension, transcendence, will start after the solstice on June 26th. And of course, it's recorded. You can come anytime. But June, the energies of expansion, heart, a lot of forward momentum, harvest, and the strawberry. It's a strawberry full moon. When you cut a strawberry lengthways, it totally looks like a radiating heart. So this is really a fabulous month to awaken, clear, find stillness, and then spin off into new directions. We're supported. So thank you for hanging with me. I'm now going back with the grandmothers. We've got some wisdom teachings. So I held all of you, whether I know you or not, in the circle, in the hoop of life, because this is part of my service. I've been called to be part of these councils of grandmothers, and it's such an honor to serve this way. And it's such an honor to have you all with your bountiful hearts, opening your hearts and then serving your abundance, your heart, your harvest out in your work, in your service. So this really is a time of connecting. Be kind and enjoy the velocity. Thank you.